When Samsung debuted the Galaxy Watch Ultra this year, many fans were upset since it didn't include a rotating bezel. However, the business looks to be working on a new classic smartwatch. The Watch 7 is one of the greatest smartwatches and best Wear OS watches you can strap on. And while at first sight didn't appear all that different from the Galaxy Watch 6, did bring some welcome upgrades in some crucial areas. We know that Samsung likes to put out annual revisions of its Galaxy Watch series, and with the Galaxy Watch Ultra capturing a lot of the limelight last year, we're expecting there'll be plenty of reasons to get excited about the Galaxy Watch 8. Here's all we know so far about Samsung's future smartwatch, and when we might see it. A new Samsung smartwatch was detected in the GSMA database. The unannounced device, which identified, contains model number SML505U. Based on Samsung's model numbering track record, it is a smartwatch with cellular connectivity, and it's a variation targeted for the US market. This model will signal the return of the Classic Edition in the Galaxy Watch lineup. It will be dubbed the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, according to the GSMA database. There was a Classic model in the Watch 4 series and the Galaxy Watch 6 series. The Classic model was replaced in the Watch 5 series by the Galaxy Watch Pro. In the Galaxy Watch 7 series, Samsung debuted the Galaxy Watch Ultra. It isn't obvious what new features the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic could bring. However, it is expected that it will incorporate a rotating bezel or dial. If you are someone who wants a Galaxy Watch with a rotating bezel, you need to wait until next year to obtain the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. Unsurprisingly, Samsung hasn't yet disclosed any details on when the Galaxy Watch 8 will emerge, so the only way to get an indicator of that launch is to look at when prior Galaxy Watches landed. If Samsung follows suit for the Watch 8, we could be looking at a July 2025 launch. The Watch 7 was officially revealed on July 10, 2024, before being on sale weeks later, on the 24th July alongside the Watch Ultra. There's been no sign as yet that Samsung would alter from that method, but considering it's so early in the year and there are imminent Samsung Unpacked events, we hope to get a better notion of when that new watch is due in the coming months. Like a debut date, we're very much playing a guessing game on price, and should turn to the Galaxy Watch 7 pricing approach to get a feel of what might be coming. The Galaxy Watch 7 costs precisely the same as the Galaxy Watch 6, with pricing ranging from $299 to $329 for the bigger 44mm edition of the Watch 7. Adding LTE connectivity into the equation tacked an extra $50 onto the pricing. In smartwatch terms, the Watch 7 launch cost was highly competitive, making it one of the best value smartwatches in that high-end wristwatch market. In Wear OS smartwatch terms, it was cheaper than the Pixel Watch 3 and Mobvoi TicWatch Pro 5, which has in fairness reduced in price since its launch. So could be a solid clue that the Classic is coming back. We believe Samsung won't try to depart too much from that price model, though it may be led by what it chooses to provide on the Galaxy Watch 8, which we'll get into next. Until Samsung dishes those official facts out, it's about looking into some of the rumor mongering and speculation to get a feel of what the Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 will be bringing. A more radical design shift might on the horizon for the next Galaxy Watch, with claims back in March 2024 from Samobile suggesting Samsung is preparing to go back to its square wearable beginnings. For those that have forgotten the early Samsung smartwatch days, Samsung debuted the Galaxy Gear, Gear 2, and Wear OS packing gear lived with square casings. The arrival of the Galaxy Watch Ultra with its squarer shell is a hint that Samsung is eager once again to play around with its watch designs, so we wouldn't be at all surprised if a squircle Galaxy Watch 8 was in the offing. Samsung was one of the first to offer blood pressure monitoring capabilities to its smartwatches, letting you collect blood pressure readings directly from the watch once calibrated by a standard monitor. A patent submitted by Samsung and noticed by Wearable implies Samsung is aiming to enhance those blood pressure monitoring powers. The document explains employing a more modern blood pressure setup that will be able to continuously monitor blood pressure and determine when you've been consuming alcohol, exercising, or holding your breath. This could help to determine the influence of those activities and others on changes in your blood pressure. Samsung has already proved it can innovate on this front, but with companies like Huawei already offering similar continuous blood pressure features, this might push what's possible from the wrist from a Samsung smartwatch even further. Now here are things we want to see from the Watch 8. Well, we've told you what the gossip mill is churning out right now, but if it was up to us, what would be on our wish list for the Samsung Galaxy 8? 1. Better battery life. This could be true of the last few Galaxy Watches, but we've not really noticed the improvement in battery life on the Galaxy Watch that we'd like to have seen. Whether using it with raise to wake or the screen set to always on, the battery life on the Galaxy Watch 7 just needs to be improved. We've already seen from OnePlus and Modvoi's Tick watches notably that Wear OS wristwatch battery life shouldn't have to be as dismal. Improved battery performance would rank high on our list of things we want to see from the Galaxy Watch 8. 2. A more innovative design. Samsung has mainly played it safe with the design of the last few Galaxy Watches, which is totally great if you enjoy the notion of wearing a really simple, lightweight wristwatch. We just think it's time to add a bit more personality into design proceedings. A smaller design is always nice, but something that helps the Galaxy Watch 8 stand out from the smartwatch throng would also be welcomed. Bringing back the classic would be one way to do that, but having not doubled with that watch style for a few years now, we'd like to see something a bit bolder as we got with the Galaxy Watch Ultra. 3. A GPS boost. One of the main changes between the Galaxy Watch 7 and the Galaxy Watch Ultra beyond the obvious size difference and more durable design was the accuracy GPS system incorporated on the Ultra. This is more frequently known as dual-band GPS on other smartwatches and sports watches and delivers improved outside tracking while tracking activities that can often impede satellite location signal strength. We're hopeful that Samsung has discovered a way to bring this attractive function for outdoor fans to its smaller watch to strengthen its sports tracking credentials. 4. Bring back wireless power share. It was disheartening to see that due to the adjustments Samsung made to the sensor array on the Galaxy Watch 7, it had to abandon its wireless power share feature, which was probably one of the finest reasons to acquire a Galaxy Watch over other smartwatches. Here's hope some work has been done to re-establish the feature and allow Samsung smartphone and watch owners an alternative and extremely handy way to power up their wearable. This is certainly wishful thinking, but we suppose there have been a good few non-Samsung smartphone owners that have weighed up acquiring the Galaxy Watch to make use of the internal ECG and blood pressure features only to learn you had to have a Samsung smartphone to use them. It feels doubtful that Samsung will shift its stance on that support, though if it did, it would extend the attractiveness of getting a Galaxy Watch if you know you can utilize it to its fullest extent. Usually, Samsung introduces its smartwatches in the second half of the year. Going by its track record, the Galaxy Watch 8 and the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic could be unveiled in July or August of 2025 alongside the Galaxy Z Flip 7 and the Galaxy Z Fold 7. So that's it for today's video. Thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and updates. See you tomorrow. Goodbye.